Hello and welcome to the Julie Jeppson podcast. I am here with Brianna Peterson. Hello.
Hi.
And don't mind my face. I just had some micro needling done. So, and then I show them anyway. I'm like super raw and red and I look like a lobster. And I realized today, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm having a conversation tonight that's filmed. But that's what you get when you come to this page and to this channel, the real, the raw, the ugly, and the bloody. That's what I always say. So Brianna was introduced to me by a friend, and she actually resonates with me because my dad is an amputee.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yes. So I just kind of gave it away, but she is an amputee, and I mean, it's a horrible thing to love about you, but I already love it about you because I watched my dad suffer. I have watched him suffer from phantom pains all my life.
Oh, yeah, that's hard.
Do you get those?
I luckily don't get them much anymore. I mean,
But
my
you had
amputation was it's been almost 20, it'll be 20 years in November.
So
It's
how
been a
old are
while.
you?
Right now I'm 35.
So 15?
I was
Is that minus 20? 35 minus 20?
yeah, 16.
Okay,
when
well, let's start from the beginning. Tell me about you, your name, what you're doing right now, and then we'll back up.
Okay, I am Brianna Peterson. Um,
Married, right?
yes.
And you have
Yeah,
how many
I
kids?
have 4 kids.
4 kids. Okay.
Just had my 4th.
Oh, so you have a new one.
Yeah.
How many months?
He's 3 months.
Are you nursing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh. Well, we better make this fast before she starts like having the letdown burn. Oh my gosh. So 4 kids. You have a prosthetic,
Uh-huh.
right? And your amputation was below the knee.
Yes.
My dad's was above the knee,
Oh.
which I hear is worse,
Yeah.
right? Because you still have the function of your knee,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me what happened. How did you lose it? I mean, I know how,
So
but like what happened?
so I was a dancer, and when I was 13 I was dancing on toe, and um
On
I
point shoes, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were dancing, performing in our dance recital, and I was on toe, and I another girl and I, our feet collided, and so I rolled my ankle, and just was a sprain at that time. Then it just kept getting worse, and then kind of turned into its own injury, and where my nervous system felt like it, or acted like it was more serious than it was, and kept telling my brain it was still hurt when it wasn't supposed to be.
So was it sending it certain signals of healing and it was like overboard or something?
Yeah, just painful and a lot of nerve pain. And so kept trying to figure out what was going on. And after about 3 years, um, and a lot of testing and everything, it just swelled up really big, got a sore on the top of it that just
And this was on your ankle?
the the sore was on the top of my foot.
So how did the sore develop?
Just I probably from so much swelling for so long, and just
And so this was when you were like 12, 13.
yeah.
Did you ever get like flack, like, oh please, it's not only, I only say that because my dad had that happen. He was in the mission home the day before his mission.
Oh wow.
The day before, like, yeah, he was supposed to leave, and he was in and out of the mission home, and his mission president came into the hospital room, or it came, I don't know where he was, I'm getting all confused, but he said, Elder Jeppson, there are so many elders trying to get out of going on a mission.
Oh.
And you topped them all. And didn't
No
believe him.
way.
And the
That's
next day,
crazy.
his leg was amputated above the knee. So he just thought
Wow.
it was like an excuse, you know? So I just
Yeah.
wonder if you had any like.
Yeah, I did have some of that, and
Yeah.
some family, and just told me just
Buck up.
and doctors
too.
yes. My foot was about as swollen as a football, and so
you couldn't even fit it in a shoe.
oh no, yeah, I wasn't able to walk or anything for, I think it had been almost pretty much the whole 3 years, because they put me on crutches I even went back to the Mayo Clinic and
In
in Minnesota.
which is like a huge, like renowned hospital, right?
Yeah, and they couldn't.
Nobody knew.
Yeah, so after a while, I just finally one day at one of my doctor's appointments, I kind of jokingly, when I was 16, I said to the doctor, "Well, why don't we just amputate?"
It's your idea.
And so he's like, "Well,
That's a gritty mama right here.
that."
Oh my
He said,
gosh.
"Well, that is an option."
Were you just over it at that point then?
Oh
Is
yeah,
that why
well,
you
because my foot was so swollen, it was so painful, it was so heavy. It was
Yeah.
just carrying around this dead weight, and so,
Was it like water retention swelling?
uh-huh,
And was it
It weighed 15 pounds.
15
yeah,
your foot did?
yeah,
15 pounds her foot weighed.
yeah, it was heavy and uncomfortable.
And no one to this day has ever given you an answer as to what was happening.
Not really. They basically say that I have an abnormality with my nervous system,
Have you
but
had any experiences with other parts of your body since then?
well, as part of the treatment for all of this, they were trying to see if we could get into some intense physical therapy and do an epidural to numb things so that we could work on it more in
Yeah.
therapy.
Okay, I always go ahead of myself. So back up. You suggest this to the doctor, kind of sarcastically, kind of serious.
Well, I was a little surprised at his reaction
He just said that's an option.
because I was kind of joking, but at the same time, I was kind of going, well, if I cut it off, either I'm not carrying around this dead weight and I might have a chance of walking again. And so, and if I can't walk again, then I'm not carrying around this.
Right. You're not out anything.
Yeah. And plus when my foot got so swollen and the sores developed, it smelled like it was rotting off.
Sure.
And so that was not fun in itself. So
so what were you feeling? Just done.
I was so done.
You just didn't care anymore.
No.
Take it off.
I was sick of trying to get around and with this. I mean, even if doing crutches and carrying around this 15-pound leg, it was.
Did you have feeling in it?
Uh-huh.
You could feel it still.
Yeah, I could feel it, and it was uncomfortable. And I mean, carrying it around the way that I'd have to walk on crutches, and it hurt my back and my shoulders.
You're
would get
carrying
sore.
a 15-pound dumbbell on your foot.
Yeah, you can't ever really just relax because it's
So
there.
So that wasn't a hard decision for you after that.
For me, it was not. No, I mean, I was only 16 at the time.
Yeah, what were your doctors saying? Were they all for it as well?
By then, yeah, the
'cause
one doctor was, he kind of, we've done everything we can. And I woke up from surgery and I remember asking the nurse, like, did they do it? Like, I felt totally fine. I didn't feel groggy or anything. And so I was like, did they cut off my leg? Is my leg gone? She's like, yeah, it's gone. I'm going, it can't be. Like, I don't feel any different.
Because, I mean, you're drugged, right?
Yeah, well, I didn't even feel like I was drugged at all. It was almost like I woke up just regular after a night's sleep kind of thing, just in the morning.
No way.
And the nurse had to sit me up to prove to me that it was gone.
No way.
And so I felt so good that whole day. They sent me back up to my room. I had friends and family come visit that day. And
what an interesting thing, though. Yeah, like, because you're not I guess because you had 3 years to process this, and by then you're like, I am done.
Yeah,
because it's painful, right?
Yeah, I mean,
and it's rotting and it's eroding the flesh. It's heavy, and you're just over it. And it was probably one of the greatest days. How ironic!
Yeah, well, I'd go to school in high school. I'd be in the morning, like I'd get ready for school. I'd have my foot wrapped. I'd have usually gauze on top of the sore. I'd have like a gauze like wrap. They went over that. I'd have an ACE bandage wrap.
Are you talking about post amputation?
No, this is before. Yeah, when I was and then I'd have, because it was just draining all the time too. Oh. So I'd have, and then I'd also wrap a towel around it just to help soak up some of it because I'd go to school.
Was that from the sores oozing?
Yeah, I'd go to school and sometimes it would leave a puddle. And oh my gosh, kind of gross. And then I had to start putting the smell was so bad. I'd have to put like an air freshener in there to try
Oh my
and wrap a
gosh.
bag around it to
That is
try and
horrible. As a high schooler.
yeah. My mom would have to come
Oh my
and
gosh.
help me change it out, like at lunch.
Were people supportive or did you get made fun of?
No, people were pretty good about it.
They
I mean,
understood.
a lot of people didn't really know to the full extent that it was. I mean, my closest friends did,
Yeah.
but yeah, after
But you'd have to wrap a towel around it to absorb the liquid, the stuff.
yeah,
It was that. And oh my gosh.
and the yeah, the air freshener to try and mask some of the
Oh
smell.
my gosh. Because you're like, I swear it's not me, it's my leg. I almost feel like this word is disrespectful, but this is what my dad calls it. He calls it his stump.
Yeah, that's what I call it. Some
Okay.
people don't like
I
that
know.
term, but
I mean, but that's like the term, but you're like, I mean, can I say
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
So, but was that painful? The actual leg itself?
After the amputation?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that first day, it was
Wonderful.
amazing. I didn't feel
She had
anything.
pain medication.
Yeah, and just I don't know exactly why, but
Well, it was probably just as much emotional and mental as it was physical.
yeah,
You
like
were
I
just
didn't.
like free of
Yeah.
this dead weight, literally.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. And you were 15 pounds lighter.
Oh yeah.
Did you get my grandmother? Okay, so picture if this arm is amputated, right? She would massage this hand to make this foot that was hurting that wasn't there feel better. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. Did that?
Yeah. I'm trying to. I think I did have some of that done, like
Mhm.
in physical therapy and stuff. But
Or like the mirror thing? Did you try
mhm.
that? Where they
I-
put like a mirror so
yeah,
you can see, so it tells your brain like, no, your arm really is there, and then the nerves like
yeah, to help.
balance out or something.
Yeah.
My dad's like, I'm not doing that. He's like done everything. He was trying to help him like not have these horrible phantom pains. So did you get phantom pains?
I did. Yeah.
And are they like shooting down the leg that doesn't exist?
Yeah, and I'll get them occasionally. Some of those nerve pains that just
Hmm.
yeah. Usually if I just kind of push on the end of my stump or something,
Hmm.
they go away pretty quickly for me.
And whatever happened with the girl that you collided with?
Oh, she was totally fine. I mean, her basically what happened is her foot slipped out. We were kind of facing each other, and her foot slipped out, and she bumped my foot, but it was enough that it just kind of knocked me off balance, and so I just rolled it.
But does she know today that that was the cause of this amputation?
So after that, I did go to dance a few times because I had a bunch of friends there, and so I'd go and visit and things, and so I know that she knew that it had gone on for a while, but I don't know that she ever.
Did she know?
I don't know if she ever knew that
So
it
yeah, you kind of like
turned
parted
into an
ways.
amputation, but
We need to let her know. I'm just kidding.
So I did get fitted. I mean, they fit you with a prosthetic pretty much as soon as your incision is healed. So it's probably about 6 weeks after the amputation. And part of my issue was I had lost the nerves were there, the muscles were there, but they weren't communicating, even in my upper leg. And so, using my knee was always an issue. And so I was told that they're not sure that it would even work. And because I'm not sure I had the strength and the ability to, I was able to get to the point where I can use it pretty normally, and I even have a running leg now too.
Like you can run?
Mm-hmm. So I can
When
run.
you say you have a running leg, is that a separate?
So
you have
I have
another
a
one?
separate prosthetic that has the curved
Oh,
foot.
really?
Yeah.
Like the Paralympians with that
Mhm.
cool little thing
Yeah.
that's like this?
Yeah.
No way. And you can run with it?
Yeah.
And does it have like it's like a spring? I mean, it's oh
yeah,
my
that shape
gosh.
allows it to kind of. My prosthetist that I worked with, he
Not to be
told me
confused
about
with prostitute. 'Cause I
yeah.
was like, wait, what? Prosthetist?
Prosthetist.
Wow.
Yeah. So
tells
he
you
told
about
me
it.
about it and helped me get because I have to have them
Yeah.
they have to be willing to make part of it at no cost.
So you didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
I gotta find this out. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
my dad a leg for his 80th birthday. He's always had just the wooden one.
Oh,
Just
really?
like from the 1940s, I swear. But he was so used to it for so
Yeah.
long. Oh my gosh. Okay, so life is normal then. This is just normal for you. What do your kids say about it? We
Oh,
were
they're
always,
so
they what?
they're so used to
They're
it.
just, yeah,
Yeah.
we would take my dad's leg for show and tell.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember walking the halls with my dad's prosthetic leg and being so proud, like that I had my dad's prosthetic leg, and we'd show how he bends it, in the hole where he'd put the sock in and pull the sock out. I was like, oh, do you ever tell? I mean, and then my dad would tell these horrible nursery rhymes of shark attacks.
Oh.
Have you ever done any of that to your kids?
Oh, my husband will use it
He
as
will.
an excuse all the time. He's like, "Well, that's how if you don't."
So, have you ever grieved like your teenage years and not being able to dance again, or?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was pretty hard not being able to go back to dance.
Mm-hmm.
I got to the point where I really enjoyed it and would go. I had a good friend group, and so
Yeah.
they kept going and I couldn't, and
Hmm.
that was kind of difficult. And then there was different grieving periods throughout my life, even what was it, how many years later after I had my first, that it was kind of really hit that this is different. I can't,
Hmm.
there's a lot of limitations here where
Like
other
what?
people don't have to deal with. Well, like for instance, I struggled with the thought of if there was an emergency,
Hmm.
like a fire or something, and I was the only one home with the kids and trying to get everybody out, get my leg on, get to them to be able to get everybody out.
So it was just like anxiety-inducing thoughts of
Yeah.
like,
Or what if they're running out into the road and a car's coming in? I can't chase after them.
mm-hmm.
I mean, things like that with just
Yeah,
general,
yeah, mom worry.
yeah.
Yeah.
For a long time, so I have four brothers. My
Mm.
oldest brother is in a wheelchair,
Mm.
and he was born disabled and had always been in a wheelchair. You know, he since I can remember, but he always was very positive
Mm.
about life in general, and he was so fun, and he can always make everybody just laugh, and he was just happy all the time. And so he was a huge example
Mm.
to me of not letting things go, not letting
Not letting things
not letting
fester and like
things, yeah,
poison your soul.
yeah. And
And that was long before you were ever even hurt, right?
oh yeah, yeah. Growing up with my brother, we were always taught that there will be a day when he's made whole again,
Mm-hmm.
and that um, one day he'll be running around and chasing us, or just having a normal body
Yeah.
and being able to do all the same things that we can do. And he had so many surgeries and things like that that it was,
It was just life
yeah,
as he knew it.
yeah,
Business as usual for him.
yeah. And that's not to say he wouldn't get nervous
Yeah.
or nervous of the surgery, nervous of the
But
pain or
you've
whatever.
drawn
But
upon him a ton.
yeah, and then my mom and I have had many conversations throughout the whole process of before my amputation and the whole time that I was dealing with my foot, of just like, because I had many times where it was like, why did this happen to me?
Mm-hmm.
Why
Mm-hmm.
why what did I do to deserve this?
Mm-hmm.
And things like that. And I got really kind of angry and bitter about it, and just uh, we would talk together, work through it, read
So it was having
scriptures.
a confidant. That was your mom, because
Yeah.
I know of two people. One who they both lost their hand, and this guy lost his hand in a tubing accident, like on the lake, where the rope got tied around his wrist and just pulled his hand off. He ended
Ouch.
up committing suicide.
Oh wow.
Because it was too unbearable. Like I'm sure the intrusive thoughts.
Oh yeah. It can
Because
be.
yeah, I mean, did you have those, and were you able
Oh
to just
yeah.
yeah?
Coming to the realization that it's not necessarily that I deserved what I got. It was more of the mind frame became more of, what can I learn from this?
Hmm.
What am I supposed to learn from this? Or what am I supposed to help other people learn.
Do you ever like call your kids out on it when they're like, I can't? And you're like, really? Let me tell you something about like not being able to do something. Did you see this? Like, do you ever call them out?
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I've used my leg as, I don't think I've used that one much. Yeah,
Do you enjoy watching the Paralympics?
I've
Do you ever
watched them
watch 'em?
occasionally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, at one point I wanted to be
I'm
a
sure.
skier,
Yeah.
and
Can you
so
ski?
I did. I tried it
Hmm.
until I fell and shattered my femur.
Oh my gosh.
And so after that, I was told I'm never allowed to ski again.
Gosh, the femur of the hurt
The
leg?
same leg, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Turns out it didn't have the same bone
Strength.
density as,
Turns
that it
out.
should have been, but
Oh my
so it
gosh.
just shattered, and
The femur,
yeah.
like the biggest bone in. Oh my word, that poor leg. Okay, is it okay if we show like your
Yeah.
ankle?
Yeah. So I can even, let's see if
Look at
these
that
pants
thing.
will pull up, but I should have worn other pants. But no, this is like,
Oh, that is so like
yeah, it's kind of fun
electronic.
because
Yeah, you got
they
like
can,
you got like tattoos on your leg. Is that what it
yeah,
is?
yeah, they can, shoot, what's it called?
Which?
Where they can put the stuff on. They can laminate.
Oh yeah.
They can
Oh,
laminate
really?
different things on. So, they, at the very
Got
beginning,
different
they're like,
ones?
go find a fun fabric or something that you want us to laminate on there, and we can.
No
So,
way. And so do you ever get stares
oh yeah.
all the
I
time,
mean,
right?
I'm so used to it now that I don't
Do you ever
notice
just
it most
say,
of the time.
look, it was amputated. I did it on purpose. There you
The
go.
worst is like if somebody thinks that I just had an injury or something. Some people will say, "Oh, did you hurt your knee? Did you?" I was like, "Oh no." Well,
Just
then why are you limping?
oh, so they can't see it. It's because it's under your pant leg and you're
Yeah,
limping.
or yeah. I mean, most of the time it's when they can't see it. Then they're like, they'll ask me if I did something to my knee, and I'll say, "Well, no, I had an amputation done." It's like, oh my gosh, that's so, because I don't want other people to feel
Totally.
embarrassed. So
Yes.
it's like, how can I?
So are there like Facebook groups or like support groups that you're a part of?
There, yes, I don't really get on them much. I mean, there is one. I don't see it come up much anymore, but I guess Facebook has changed for, it doesn't show you everything that you. It's called Amputee Mommies.
No way.
Amputee Mommies, yeah. And so it's for
Oh my
amputees
gosh.
who have kids.
Yeah.
So
Oh my gosh.
that was kind of a fun one. For a
Well,
while.
it takes pure grit and resilience and tenacity and a never say die attitude to be doing this one. I can't even say one-legged.
I'll do it anyway.
Oh my gosh. Well, we used to play on the tramp with my siblings. We play one-legged takedown where you hold one leg and I'm like, oh my gosh, like all these horrible things are because it's all reminding me, but you don't know whether you're gonna like offend,
Oh, you know what? No, because after my amputation, my little brother went around the house.
Oh no. What was he saying?
Well, Monty
Well, it was
Python
the
and the
day
Holy. Oh, the day before.
The
Yes.
day before.
Before the amputation?
Before the amputation, we would watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail,
Mm-hmm.
where they would hit the drum or whatever and tell him to bring out your dead. He went around the house the morning before and he's hitting on a drum and saying, "Bring out your dead, bring out your dead," or "Bring out."
Bon Voyage party sign on the door.
For your leg?
For my leg. Yeah, we had a Bon Voyage party for my leg. So
oh my gosh.
it became kind of a fun.
You were able to just
It
laugh
still
at
is,
it. Yeah.
finding the little.
It's just so nice that you were just like, I'm ready. It's kind of like one of the first women that I interviewed had cancer, and she had the most beautiful long blonde locks. Like she was known for her hair. But she was like so ready to shave it.
Yeah.
She didn't care anymore because like losing it in the shower, she's
Oh
like,
yeah,
I'm done.
that would be hard.
So shaving it was like relief.
Yeah.
So I can see how you were like, yeah, I'm over it. Well, thank you for coming on and sharing the story. It's hard sometimes to be vulnerable, but like I love that she was just like, I'm done. Get rid of it. And you like literally lost dead weight.
Yeah.
It was good for nothing and worthless.
Yeah, good weight loss, you know.
That's right. Let's give one last look here. Look at that.